Alright, so then what does it do after this shit? We go to...
Should we hold down?
Awesome, thank you. This stuff's amazing. I just gotta cut it with my good hand.
This is my good hand. May.
What is that? Grasshoppers.
Well, there's one guy who's in jail because he stabbed his roommate with a sword and killed him.
Yeah, I don't know if it was one of the actual...
Second sticks.
Oh, no more Power Rangers.
We can talk about Power Rangers.
Power Rangers. When we finished in Waves and finished the cycle, we needed to figure out like something else for Trivium. Can we work with people outside of the genre? Can we get some new ideas and some fresh ears that don't listen to metal all the time to listen to our version of heavy music and rock music and give us some input? Like to me, in Waves, that was like a very comfortable record to make because we had worked with Colin Richardson as a mixer. He had done Shogun, he'd done Crusade mixing. We were speaking the same language and it was comfortable. At that point, it was like, what's the next step for Trivium? You know, to literally step outside of that world and try new things and see where it would land. And I think it was like 3 to 4 years of like experimenting with that and seeing it. And to come back now to like a really good place, a comfortable place that we really are familiar with, it was like bringing all these like new things in with us that we had never thought before. And it was kind of like, you know, we can do a lot of things. Even though we may have expanded what we can do, I think the strength of the record is that we focus in on what we're best at. And I think the core of the record is what we're best at. We could take a song to 100 in terms of like how technical we want a part to be, but then the discussion is this right for Trivium? That took a while to kind of understand, like, maybe there are some limits in places we shouldn't cross because then it isn't the band anymore. It isn't what we want it to be and what we envision ourselves.
And we learned that from all the years of trying things, that we showed people that we at any time can completely switch what we just did and expand in a different way and see what else we can do as a band. Knowing that you can do anything definitely pulls a big weight off the shoulders, but having experimented and seeing what the limits of your band are, you know when it's appropriate to go to 100, you know when it's appropriate to go to 10, and you know when and why you do different things.
Yeah.
It's obsessive, it is compulsive, how much we rehearse and how good we want to be before having to set foot into a studio or set foot on a stage, and that's why we have the confidence. And we had that attitude as a band, like around the Ascendancy days. We did practice that much, and we did want to put that into it. And then, like Paula said, we kind of lost our way for a minute, and then we righted the ship.
It just became very toxic to rehearse. And I think a myth is that like there needs to be tension to create good art. Taking that into the show and taking that into the recording, in my opinion, does the opposite. Yeah, and it's like you can maybe capture that in the bottle once, but like something breaks. And anytime you hear about bands that have those sort of tensions, like it snaps at some point because like people can only take so much. It's like there's no need to like have a band touring that hates each other.
Yeah. I'm on my tractor plowing the field.
Get to the fucking
I'm sowing the seeds. I don't have time for this bullshit. I'm fucking pulling lobsters up from the bay. I don't have time to hear this fucking goddamn solo shit.
I gotta get this done before the dinner bell. I can't wait for a fucking guitar solo.
A string? Oh. Yeah, sorry.
You get the best version of our band and the most productive version when there's no drama, there's no stress, everyone's having fun. It's like we make probably our angriest music when everyone's just having the best time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So whenever we're having a good time and laughing and it's just us as a group just having fun playing music and being creative together is when you get like the best version of our band. If someone's in a bad mood or very rarely, it's been like probably a couple records since anyone probably had an argument about like a part or something. As soon as that happens where someone gets mad or there's like a little bit of tension, it just kind of like derails like the session. It's like when everyone's having fun, even on tour, if everyone's just having a good time and enjoying doing what we do, then it's like the shows are awesome, the tour flies by, and you have the greatest time, playing shows. And same with the studio, like we had so much fun preparing and just like we're so excited about the material we were writing and how everything was sounding, and everyone was on the same page. We had like the perfect producer to really mesh with us personality-wise, and that we were able to record this record fastest we've ever made a record, and then had so much extra time that we could go back and just really analyze and just make sure that, like, we don't want to have one of those moments where you, like, a year from now, listen to the record and then be like, oh man, I wish we'd changed this part or did this a little differently. It's like we had the extra time. The ones that we feel are our strongest records were the ones where we had the best situation going for that moment.
Yeah, and this record there was even an experiment of that, because there was one day, I don't remember what, it was just probably something stupid, like I was in a bad mood one day recording vocals, and it did not go good. I couldn't sing in key, the aggression didn't sound good, nothing was right. Even Josh was like, man, this isn't working today. But all the other days, I was in an amazing mood, and Josh is such a great producer because he'll like jump up and down and scream yes when he's into it. He like mouth along and sing along while I'm tracking, and he really gets into it. And I feed off that positivity, and I sound 10 times more aggressive and angry when I'm in a really good mood.
Like, I think another band maybe practicing the way we do would actually make them unhappy, you know, because it's like, you gotta like put some of your life on hold to like
You
get
gotta
ready
find
for
your
something.
balance.
Yeah. I guess for us, it's just like, we had to kind of realize like, no, that's like what makes us function, is being prepared and ready. And the early demos, even in the most raw form, you can tell like there's something special there. I think just coming in knowing that we had the songs pretty nailed to what we wanted them to be, it was only going to get better once we got into the studios. Being in the studios, just like, we know what we're doing, and it's only going to get better from here.
Actually, what I want is I just want the hit words. I'll show you which ones right now. We'll do screen 3. That won't save you now.
Sadist.